Greenville, South Carolina. It's the Greater Man Radio Show, and here's Greg the Man. All righty, it's Greg the Man for the Man Radio Show, and I'm glad to be here and back. Oh, I'm sorry I hadn't had a show in the last couple of days and had a lot going on this week. I'm back on today on this Wednesday. Tuesday I had some things going on. I'm hoping everything comes out good for my mom. What test they had ran on her yesterday and everything, and I had a lot going on. And Monday was Memorial Day, and I was kind of like, okay, we'll just not do a show. I was going to do one on Sunday, but a lot was going on that day. And on Saturday. Did I do a Saturday show? I didn't do a Friday Blast Off show, but I did do a Saturday show. And I was going to do one on Sunday, and then kind of got away from me there. But we're back on the air, and had a little intro there. I had hit the wrong button there. That happens when you're looking at the wrong thing. You hit the one thing up above and below. But yes, I do have that song that's the lineup here too. All right, let's talk about baseball. Baseball kind of went downhill over the week. Well, it kind of had the Braves had their up and downs, and last night they got their butt handed to them last night against the Florida Marlins. I saw it was 8-0. The Braves couldn't hang on to that one. The pitching went downhill way before that. With Kyle Wright, I don't know if he's a good thing for the Braves or not. And as they put Charlie Culberson down to designated assignment, that's kind of, everybody's not happy about that. What I can tell them, the Braves country, what I follow on Facebook and everything, and I was not happy about it either. It's getting confusing about the baseball and football not having preseason makes things worse. And everything, I'm like confused. I think they're playing preseason now. It's confusing this year with all this stuff going on, and it's just crazy. I'm ready for vacation. I can't wait for the 21st to head up to Pigeon Forge and do my show up there. And yeah, Greater Man Radio Show. We will come to you from live. I hope to do it live. I'm gonna do it live, and from Pigeon Forge and everything on this one. Like I do live every time I do this show right now. I've been learning how to do it and keep it on the air and everything as much as I can go. But I hope y'all like the new intro and stuff. I like doing it, a new intro. I kind of shared it with my parents and yesterday. I was like, oh, this is a cool intro. I redid it and made it, and look what it does now and everything. We got football coming up this Thursday, first NFL game of the season. Houston, Texas takes on the Kansas City Chiefs on NBC. That Thursday night football. And then some other football games that are coming up. And then we'll be watching later the Green Bay Packers, the Atlanta Falcons, the Houston Texan game with Deshaun Watson. And let's see, that's 3 teams announced. San Francisco 49ers, that's 4. Where's my 5th? What is my 5th? Oh, Lordy. Carolina Panthers, we'll see how they do this year without Cam Newton and everything up. But Cam Newton has gone up to where Tom Brady would be. But Tom Brady is now with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. This whole football season is crazy this year. And it's going to be interesting to see what goes down and how it's going to work and how they're going to, I don't even know how that's going to work. I think when football season starts, we're probably going to have a major people getting sick, maybe. I don't know. They're going to be playing with no mask on, and it's going to be interesting. Could COVID-19 run rapid through the NFL and some of the college football players? Who knows? It's all an if right now. This is like more touch, game we playing than baseball. And it's going to be interesting to see how this works and how it goes. I saw our numbers for the whole state was down 393, but I'm not getting all excited about that yet. It's too early. It could be going down, but it might go boom right back up again. We never know, because right now the schools are starting to really ramp up and try to, what is that? And everything. What the heck? Oh, That's that broom thing. I was like, what is that on the seat on the side? I mean, you got glasses on. My wife hung up a pumpkin spice cinnamon broom here, and I thought it was something crawling down the wall, or the wall was falling apart. It was the broom. I was like, what is that? And the first time I looked up with I had no glasses on. It took me a while to figure out what it is. It's like the NFL, it's going to be interesting to see how this first game goes, and it's going to, I can't wait to tomorrow's game. I'll be wearing my Deshaun Watson T-shirt with Houston Texan logo on the front and his name on the back, number 4. I don't care too much for Kansas City, but it all depends on who the players you're watching for, and all these people are doing all these fantasy football things. My wife started this thing, and I'm taking a while to understand it all. Because I thought if you pick somebody good and they're doing really good, you're winning this thing. Same thing in NASCAR. But that didn't work either. I thought if you picked a great driver and he's winning the races, you're winning the whole thing. And that don't work too well. I don't understand some things sometimes, I guess. And I'm still looking for the Kit Kat's pumpkin pies, and I ain't found them yet. I know you can order them, and they'll come to your house, but in Walmart, but I ain't seen them in Walmart. Well, I went to the grocery store Walmart. I ain't going in the big ones. We was going to stop at the big one the other day in Taylor, South Carolina, and they were lined up going out the door. And you can only go in one door, and it says emergency exit only on this one side where the cops were parked. And it's like, this is crazy. And everything is just, I don't know. I was wearing my Shazam mask today. Thank you to Shannon Wood for making me Shazam, and Mrs. Brown Boy's show opening on my other mask. Now I have the Great Men Radio Show, the Mrs. Brown Boys, and Shazam mask. I had Shazam in the car. I always wear. Sometimes I wear the Superman one, but I had Shazam on. I'm wearing Shazam. That comic book is the last Shazam I read. It's pretty good. It comes out to be a Superman. If I hate to give away the ending of this thing, but it's a very good copy. It's they're behind on trying to catch everybody up because they were kind of behind on this storyline. Because they put in Batman in the last one, and that wasn't part of the storyline. Now they're having to catch up, and their numbers are off on the inside compared to the outside of the numbers on the cover. The inside of the story is number whatever it's supposed to be, and they're off by a lot. But that's fine. It's catching up and everything, and there's a very good storyline and going into the Shazam. I'm ready for Shazam 2 coming out next year, and I see Black Adam is. Now I don't know where they're going with this Black Adam. It's kind of confusing because I thought Shazam and Black Adam were enemies, and Black Adam ain't really a good guy. He's really evil, I thought, but this is a new theory on me. We'll figure that one out as we go. This, you play Injustice, the second game of that, and Black Adam is not a good guy in that one, and everything. It's kind of confusing, I guess, if you look at it, but I don't really know. But just sitting here trying to see. I watched Scoob the other day. We watched Playing with Fire with John Cena. It was a very good movie. I don't know, I forgot to do a movie review when I was doing this. We went to see David Copperfield, the movie, at the cinema. There's only 4 of us in there. 2 people come in right after me. My wife was there, and that was it. They went up to the top, and we sat in at the bottom, and where we had our seats, and there wasn't nobody in the theater at the time we were there. It's kind of wild. I'm ready to see the Bill and Ted one. And David Copperfield, the story of that, I don't know who actually wrote it. I think it's the same guy that wrote The Christmas Story. I think that's what, not Christmas Story. Yeah, I think that's who wrote it. But it's pretty good. It's like going back in old time, and you're learning how David Copperfield came about, and it's kind of cool. How he writes the stories and stuff. It's kind of cool. Everybody thought it was magician. I did too at first. And it's not based on the magician. It's based on a book. I can't remember the writer's name. That's pretty bad, But it's a very good movie if you want to go see that. And there's not many good movies out there. It's just not coming out in a big rush because everything got rushed on the demand. Everything on everything where you can view it other ways. But I don't that's the one way to go around here sometimes. But unless Scuba was a good one, I liked it because of Blue Falcons and all the movies. And that Captain Caveman, I like that one. Never watched the cartoon of that one. I have. It's just a pretty good movie, I think. And Play with a Fire with the John Cena being a smoke jumper, what it's called, himself in there. It's pretty good too, and everything. But if you want to go and check them out, you can find those mostly at not on demand. You can find those at Redbox. I know you can get them there. I want to see him practice Jokers again, the movie. I like to own that one and get it out of the red box. I know you can buy the movies out of the red boxes. It's kind of cool. I never seen them do that before until now. It's a lot cheaper a little bit if you want the movie that way. And I hope it ain't scratched up and messed up or anything like that. But something new you can do, I noticed. Well, baseball the other day was on YouTube, and I pulled up YouTube, and I have a YouTube app on my Xbox One. And I pulled it up on there, and we watched the ball game on big screen television. I was like, yeah, we're going to watch this on the big screen. We ain't watching it on the little screen. Once I found out it was on YouTube. Never know Major League Baseball do free games on YouTube, but hey, that's cool. Excuse me. And everything. We got new comic books coming out on this Wednesday. It looks like a pretty good group. I'm not interested in any of them. If you're like Harley Quinn and Batman and Jokers and I think there's Superman maybe in there. I don't really know. Basically, the comic book stores I usually try to check stuff out is Richard's Comic Books and Collectibles here on Lawrence Road, Borderlands and Lawrence Road, and Second and Charles has comic books. They got a lot of old ones and stuff. Same thing with the Borderland comic books and their collectibles, and Richard Comic Books and Collectibles on Lawrence Road here in Greenville, South Carolina. Go check them out. Now, the big Funko Pops are like everywhere. I'm trying to figure out. Last time I was in Second and Charles, they didn't have a big, like what I was looking for. I think Borderlands kind of getting some in. I know they have the one I was wanting with the Mr. Rogers, but he's holding the little trolley. They have that one there. I have the Mr. Rogers from the movie with him with the puppet of Tiger, whatever his name is. I have even the Funko of the Dr. Pepper one now. I have Mr. Captain Crunch. I have Guy Ferrero. I have a lot of different ones. It's just fun things to collect. I like the ad ones better because they had a lot cooler, you remember them as a kid. Same thing with my Hawaiian punch clock. It's like some nostalgia. I have a Wienermobile that's my grandpa had, and I have it. And I have a Sprite, thermometer. That is kind of cool. I got my grandpa. And all these stuff that might have been in my great-great-grandfather's store. I don't really know. The Sprite one, I think he might have got when he was working at the grocery stores and everything. But I love doing what I'm doing right now. This is like, you take yourself and you're like, people. How many people are listening to you? And I had over 16 downloads on this one of my shows, and it made me happy. And that's a lot of downloads. And I'm gonna try to make more things. Oh yeah, I was thinking about doing a show on. It got me thinking about some of the stuff I've been through in high school and stuff, bullying and everything. I thought about doing a show on that. I was like, I don't want to bring up that. It's too much of a hurt and pain in the past. And I had guys knock books out of my hands, and and then I was dragged down a hill one time by one crazy guy. I don't know why he did it, but The guy, not the books out of my hand, I almost wanted to go after him, but I realized he might kick my butt when I was back then. I used to walk through the hall, make myself look bigger and taller, and broad, solid, and people noticed it. Like, don't mess with him kind of attitude. Well, that's how you had to do back then. People still want to try to bully you now when you're this old, you're adults, and that sucks, No matter which way you go, you get bullied as a kid or you get bullied when you're adults. You try not, and stuff like that, but try not to let people do it either way. But try to make things, fun for the show and everybody, and it's like an informational kind of thing here. But anyways, my big dream is working radio and stuff, and my dog wants to be part of the show. Hold on, get this. Should play a song, but there you go, doggy. You had to put a bone up here. You got to eat one. You always got to have something to chew on when he's sitting up here with me. Well, Daddy ain't petting me. But I thought I better jump in here and let everybody know the Great Man Radio Show is still on the air and still rocking it out and everything else. I saw something about YouTube. I don't know if that's true or not. I gotta go and find out about that. I saw an email. But once I ever get that new equipment and figure out how to work it and get it hooked through my phone, and got the microphone hooked straight into it and hooked through my phone, where I can actually, do all the different settings and stuff. We just might be rocking out stations sooner or later. There's gonna be a rocking get out radio show. But you ain't gonna be able to miss me, because I'll probably have my hat with me with the Great Man Radio Show. I have a mask on with the Great Man Radio Show. I'm still trying to figure out where to go and where I'm gonna visit. I'm thinking about visiting Alcatraz, but I ain't real sure about Titanic or Alcatraz. And we know we have some of the restaurants we might be popping into and stuff. I would be having my stickers in my hands when I go around up in Tennessee and not in Pigeon Forge, and might make a appearance in Cooter's place up in Pigeon Forge with the Great Man Radio Show mask on and stuff. And I always love visiting. Since I ain't been to Cooter's place since it's moved to Pigeon Forge, I went to it when it was up in the other Gatlinburg, and it's probably might be an interesting place to go to now since it's in Pigeon Forge. Because there's a lot more room and more parking. It's a lot bigger. I heard my wife was looking and said they might have a restaurant in there. I don't know about that, but I know Paula Dean's got a cool restaurant we might try. Something called Goat. I don't know about that one either. I had to look at the menu on that one. She was talking about that this morning. I can't believe I'm turning 47 this year. And everything, you're getting old. It feels like. But you're still keeping things going. They didn't find nothing wrong with my legs. I don't know what's wrong, why they were doing the way they are. I have a lot of arthritis in my body. I know I do, because they ache at times. But I keep on moving and keep on rocking it out like everything else. But I was looking at I've been playing a lot of wrestling games. That's where it got. My wife is we've been doing, I did my first one time. I ain't done one in a while. I need to do another DDP yoga. My wife is doing that. And it makes you feel the bang! You have to do that too, like his diamond cutter when he comes, at the end of it. It's kind of cool. I had a dream I'd met Diamond Dallas Page and talked to him about being a part of that, and he handed me some kind of t-shirt or something. It was just a dream. Some of these feel like they're real. I hate when dreams are feeling they're real, but they're not. Only time I saw Diamond Dallas Page wrestle that first time at the Balo Center in Greenville here, when the first Nitro came to Greenville. I had a sign that says, "Feel the bang," and he was pointing straight at me. So he was coming to sit down we were right above where they announced and stuff. It was kind of cool. And I had that actual wrestling match. I have that actual Nitro on DVD. I can go back and pull it up and watch it again. I think it's on with the last Nitro I have. That was a WCW last Nitro they did when Vince McMahon came on and took over. Well, Monday Night Raw is kind of weird. We're talking a little wrestling here. I didn't even post that anywhere. And we got a lot of geocaches we're going to be trying to do too. I meant to mention that. And we're mapping out where we're going to go and stuff, and trying to find a lot of geocaches in Cedarville in Tennessee. And we ain't finding nobody people to do this this puzzle cache here we have here in Greenville. It's called the Bird's Eye View of Greenville. If you can figure it out, if you're locally or wherever you listen to the Great Man Radio Show, you can find this Bird's Eye View. You will find the cache. That's all I can say about that one. You just got to figure out where these places are in Greenville, and then you'll figure it out the rest. Because where that geocache that you click on Bird's Eye View is not where it is. You have to figure out the coordinates by looking at all the pictures of the map. Like I had to figure out one of them when I went to Spartanburg, and we got one at State Farm over there on 29 Asphalt Highway. Not Asphalt Highway, 29 and going towards the mall. There's one in the back of a fire truck. You got to figure out the coordinates and the stuff and the thing to open it. It's kind of cool. One of my radio station stickers are in that box. I switched it out with something I saw in there. It was kind of cool, like had a baseball necklace and some kind of pass from some game. It was kind of cool. I thought, wow, I'm going to grab this. I'm switching out my sticker for this, but hey. Yeah, the Great Man Radio Show is in one of these geocache boxes. I do leave them in there. My wife's like, bring a sticker. And you can switch it out for some, because this box was slammed full of stuff and everything. But I wanted to jump it out of here, and I hope everybody has a great Wednesday. We'll be back tomorrow for the Thursday show and everything. We have more to talk about. We have more baseball. We have football to come up, talk about the Houston Texans and the Kansas City Chiefs playing Thursday night. And we have to talk about that and how everybody hopes they do well, because this is their first time playing, and everybody in their fantasy football leagues, and hope they do well, because if you have Deshaun Watson as your quarterback, you hope he does well. All right, this is Great Man for Great Man Radio Show. Peace. I'm out.
Yeah. One of they know that good shit beginning.